shirt, but I need 2 bears made out of this one shirt. And so there's not enough fabric for the bears to be completely made out of this shirt. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make the heads, the front and the back of the heads out of my brown fabric. So I'm just going to do a quick brown color here on my drawing. Oh, and this is Stephanie Grams, CEO and founder of the Keepsake Business Academy.com. And these sketches are mine. They're just kind of like my little roadmap on keeping my thoughts straight when I'm designing memory bears. This is the back of the bear. If you are a paying student of the Keepsake Business Academy, this sketch should be already in the Academy for you. This is the back of the bear. Each ear on the back will also be the brown fabric. So I want to get this colored in here. And the Keepsake Business Academy.com is for aspiring, new, or even struggling memory bear and keepsake lovers in the keepsake business industry. You know, if you want help starting, marketing, growing, expanding, that's definitely where you want to go. Okay, so this is the back of each bear. So now I'm going to flip back to the front. And then each drawing, I already put the heart patch. It's a teal heart with a black letter G. And I already showed you how the customer picked the font and the size and all of that. So that's done. So this shirt is actually, it's a burgundy and it's gray. So this is the outside of the shirt. So each bear needs to have burgundy and gray on it. So I am going to, let's see here. I think what I'll do is make the tips of each paw with my brown fabric. So I'm going to do that now. And hopefully you can see what I'm doing with the camera. This is the back, so I want to make sure that the back of the paw is also brown on both sides. So that will save shirt fabric. Okay, now we have burgundy and we have gray. So this line is the top of the arm and this is the bottom of the arm. Same with the legs. This is the outer leg. So here's the pattern piece. So with a bear, we'll have an outer fabric and an inner. So that's what this is here. And then the ears. So I want one bear to have gray. This is as close to gray as I can find in my colored pencils right now. So this will be gray. And then, let's see here, burgundy. Do I have anything close to burgundy? I suppose this will have to be burgundy. So it looks red, but you know, this is what I have right now. So burgundy and gray. All right, now I want opposites. So if the outer leg of this bear is gray, let's see what that would look like. Then I would want the inner leg to be red. And then this would be the opposite. So this, it's really hard to see, but that's gray. So I want red on the top over here. And I will do, where'd my gray go? Actually, you know what? This is better. This is actually more gray. Okay, gray and gray. Here, we'll go over this with gray. All right, now I'm going to flip this over. and match. So the legs would also carry over to, this is the outer leg. This is the inner leg. And we will do the same here. So the top of this leg is going to be burgundy. This will be gray. Okay. I know coloring here. All right, so how do I want to address the arms and the body? The nice thing is, as I sketch this out, I can change my mind because it doesn't really matter what I do. Now, the arms, the paws are going to look like they have, like he's wearing a shirt. So that won't hurt anything. Let's see here. There's not much gray because on this shirt, the sleeves were gray and then the front and back are this burgundy. So the bigger body parts need to come from here. So I could, let me see here. Both body, front and back might have to both be this color. Let me see here. If I want the front on one, let's see. I'm carrying the gray here, so maybe the front can be gray, the whole front. Be gray. And the red, the back could be red. What do I do with my red? Maybe I want the back of the arms to be gray. Both sides. And then this would be red. So they're opposite of each other. It's just an idea now. I might change it out. So this would actually end up being a red body, the front. The back would end up being gray. The back of the arms could be red. Like I said, I have enough red for this option. And then the arms on the red belly would be gray. So, and then the pads of the feet would be possibly be red. If I have enough, I'll just see if I have enough for this. So this would match the ears. It's worth a try. Once I lay the pattern pieces out, I can see if this sketch will actually work. So we need to gather all my pieces back where I had them laying out. We need, okay, so the head is brown, the front, the back. So we need brown, whoops, brown, brown, brown. Do I have another? There we go. Brown. And then let me move all my mess out of the way. So brown, 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 brown. All right. And then the back of the head needs to be brown. I need to put all my colored pencils back in this box because they're rolling everywhere. I think that's it. Okay. And now for the arms, I need to cut these arms. And I have to remember ears. I need to get a few more extra ears out. These are brown, brown, brown. That one doesn't look right. Now for the arms, all I do is when I need paws to sew them in half, I just get my chalkboard. Oops. So this part of the arm is where I'm going to cut it because I want this to be brown. So this is actually going to be a sleeve, so I'm going to write the word sleeve on this. I'll put the sleeve on this one also. I'm going to measure just to see if I can get them as close as I can. Okay, so here's a sleeve. So I need 2 red and I need 2 gray. I'm going to set this on the gray fabric, leave this on the red fabric, and this is going to be brown paw, and I need 4 of each. A brown paw, and I need 4. That's because you need 4 for each bear. All right, this is sleeve for red, and then here's my little pattern piece for my ear, and I like to lay these out on my fabric as I create all of this stuff. So I'm gonna see if I have any scrap paper to make another ear pattern piece. It doesn't take much to do that. Let me see. Does it fit? There we go. Just barely. And you can say ear. I'm going to write red, and I need 2. It's really easy just to like manipulate the patterns that you already own. There's hundreds of them on the internet in print. There's freebies and things like that. Just be leery of the freebies because they rarely turn out nice for memory bears. It's one thing to find a pattern where they're using, you know, quilter's cotton or even a recycled blanket and sheet set, but it's completely different when you're using pieces of clothing. Just because the clothes have been already worn and washed probably so many times you couldn't even keep count. So keep that in mind whenever you're trying new patterns. Definitely, if you're in the memory bear and keepsake industry and you are going to use any type of pattern, doesn't matter if it's memory bears, other stuffed animals, purses, etc. Try it on used, worn clothing first. Here's an ear, and this is going to be brown, and I need 4 brown ears. So I'm going to put this with that pile. This red one, I need 2. This is going to be the ear pattern. I'm just going to put this with my gray since I already know what that is. And now I'm just putting these all in a pile. So paw, let's see, the back of the head, here's the ears, the side of the head, and the head center. These are all going to be brown, and I'm going to set this to the side until I get my brown fabric out. And I'll show you the fabric I used when I need to like supplement, I don't know a better word, substitute fabric. So, all right, so for this sleeve, I need, well, sleeve arm, basically. This is going to be the front of the sleeve. So I'm going to need 2 of these in red. So I'm just gonna randomly pin it to my fabric for right now. And notice the stretch of this fabric. So I'm gonna try to keep everything going to the right. Do what works best for you and how you do your own sewing. All right, here's the ear. I need 2 of those. And this shirt is still folded. I should show you. I'm not sure if you can see it. So when I pin it down, it's already going, when I cut it out, there's already going to be 2 identical pieces here. All right, now I need the legs. Where are my legs at? Here's a leg. And I'm going to need 4 red because this is the outer part of the leg, like I showed you a minute ago. So you need 4 of these per bear, and I'm making 2, so I need 8. So, no, I need 4. Yes, I only need 2 red. No, I need 4. Sorry. So I need 4 red, and I need 4 gray because we're making 2 bears. Sorry for the confusion. So I'm going to write my little note here. 4 red on this one, and I already have a few things pinned down on the gray, so let me show you what the sleeve looks like. So the sleeve is gray on the outside. Remember, I went ahead and I cut the sleeves off the shirt, and I cut the elastic or whatever stretchy band off of this. So this is the actual sleeve. All I did was cut it down the seam and flip it so the right sides, you know, the pretty sides are matching. I know it looks blue here because the inside of this fabric is blue, but the outside is gray. And so we want to make sure we line this up the best we can. Now it's worn and stretched, and you can see here where it doesn't match up. Whoops, let me scoot you over here. It doesn't match up here, so you don't want your pattern pieces overlapping here where you're thinking that the fabric matches up. Okay, so just make sure you know where the seams are and where they match up when you're trying to get certain colors. All right, so here's the legs, and I need 4 legs. Well, right now, if I leave the sleeve like it is, that's only 2. So I am going to unpin this leg and see how well I can do to get 4. Again, I don't have much fabric to work with, and I might have to substitute and I might have to redo this entire plan depending on how much of this gray fabric I can get. And it's not going to be a big deal because I have not cut out pattern pieces yet. So this is why I always remind my students to please print your pages out that I've given you as a supplement, or come up with your own. Doesn't matter to me, but sketch it out. Even if it doesn't look pretty on paper, you know, obviously I didn't color this in the line, but this at least gives me a roadmap on keeping my thoughts straight when I'm working on just, you know, barely any fabric, so to speak. All right, so we need 4 of these, and then here is the other sleeve. And you can see the original plan I had was not going to work. So let me remove all of these off of here. Now, I did not split this sleeve in half like I did for the leg. I just wanted you to show, I wanted to show you the difference. So I removed the stretchy band off of this one, and I removed the collar off of this. This is what the collar looks like, part of the collar. I'm able to get, here's the soles of the feet. Now I did not put those as for sure things, but you know, in here. So if I have to remove the sole and use this for the ears, then I will end up doing that. But right now I just want to see what I can do here. So I need 4 of these for the shirt sleeve, if it's possible, because that will give me 2 gray per bear. And again, like I said, if I don't have enough, then I will go back to my little sketch and re-sketch this bear to minimize the amount of gray so they each have a more mirrored look. All right. Now, there's obviously not enough gray for the body, front and back. So, let me put this up. So I can go back to the drawing board and decide what's more important. Is it more important that the body have gray or the arms and legs have gray? You know what? Here's the front. There's enough gray for the front here. But not necessarily the sleeve, and definitely not enough for the back of the body. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to my sketch and see if I can lay these out in a better way so they have a decent amount of both colors. It's obvious that it's not going to have as much gray as burgundy because that's not how the shirt was made. So I will work on that. So be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel and click the bell for notifications. That way you're notified when I update my sketch. Making 2 memory bears out of 1 shirt, and they both have to have red and gray parts on it. Thanks, guys.